Welcome to the Forever Fit Fantastic Workout. My name is Dan Falcone, and what we're going to do today is work from a high pivot with an elastic stretch cord band here. And simply, we've already installed these make sure they're in a hard, solid joist, these hooks here, which Paul put in very secure. And we're going to simply put a nylon loop hook, which you can purchase when you purchase your band, and we're going to slip it over the top hook here. We've got two, and now we're secure. Hooks in, and I'm going to sit back here, and we're going to do a seated full body workout with these bands. I recommend either a beginner yellow or an intermediate green to start. If you've been lifting with resistance machines or doing any type of free weight lifting, you could probably start with the green and be comfortable and safe with that. And here we go. We're going to start with a gentle little rotational movement to warm up the spine. A little twist, which is a very normal and natural movement for the spine. A little transverse plane action here. Keeping your grip relaxed. I'm holding my abs in, believe it or not. I can still talk and breathe, but you want to keep the waist in and shoulders and grip relaxed. And we're just going to rotate, squeezing the sides of the waist, the obliques, as we go right and left, and doing a gentle warm up here. Get some synovial fluid in these shoulders and get a little steady state rhythm going here. We want to get a feel for our bodies and the band. We're going to go into a little rock here, a little frontal plane movement here, warming up the deltoids, safeguarding the shoulders. I think probably the weakest link on most people is not low back, but deltoids. Most people hurt their shoulders, and it can be very debilitating. But the exercise should build you up, not tear you down. So we don't want to hurt ourselves. We go from the rock, we're back to the twist. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move this back a little bit. I still think I should be in your view right here. I just want to give myself a little bit more challenge on this. And we're going to reach forward, inhaling, and we're going to do a simple row, squeezing the back muscles here, reaching forward, chin in, abs in here. Good little flex. Look straight ahead at the finish. Abs in. You don't want to overreach or overstretch, whatever's comfortable. And squeeze. Forward again. And squeeze. We'll do 4 more. Forward again. Abs in. Retract scapula. Forward. 3. Reach. 2. 1. Squeeze. And then we're slowly going to do a little bit of an alternate row here. Let the arms act as hooks. Relax the grip, squeezing the right lobe here, and then I'm squeezing the left lobe. Right lobe, left lobe, and you go for that flex feel. As soon as you get that little contraction, you release. It's not about pulling, it's about squeezing the back muscles. All back work is simply squeezing the back muscles either into a retracted state or a shrug. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Stop. We're going to come wide, and we're going to cross, chin in, abs in, and then we're going to come out straight. Wrists are straight here. Release neck and shoulders here. Should be very relaxed. And as you open, don't strain. Right here is where I'm feeling that tension on the rear shoulder. And we come into a little cross just to do a little bit more upper back recruitment, and we're out. This is the finish. Release here. Feel, feel, feel. Keep the wrist straight. Keep a really relaxed grip the whole time. And that will keep your neck relaxed. Rear deltoid. And all those other little muscles up there. Supra. Intraspinatus, teres. All those little tiny muscles. This is a posture movement right here. One more. Here's your finish. I'm really feeling this in the upper back, but I'm not straining the neck. We're going to segue into a little march right here. Palms are down. Move the torso. I'm focused on the sides of the waist here. The arms are going to move themselves more or less. I'm not concerned at all how high I'm going with my arms. I'm going to what's comfortable. You don't want to force a range of motion, never do that. And this is a front deltoid, a bleed movement here. Your heart rate's going to pick up just a tad here as well. It's a little bit like a march. I'm moving my heels up and down as well. A little alternate heel raise as I perform this seated march. And we're going to simply turn our hands under and do an alternate curl. Good segue here. And keeping the tummy in, tummy tucked. Keep the chin in. And as you notice, I'm coming a little bit across the front here. That'll pick up a little outer pectoral. And as I come down, I'm pushing my wrist down and back, knuckles back. And this gives us a little tricep or back of arm contraction. So we're working the front and back of arm with this alternate curl, tricep extension. Getting a little bit of a torque twist motion, so I'm getting some waist as well. And 2, and stop. We'll go together. Curl in, elbows in, push down and out. Double curl here. I'm V curl in, squeezing the chest, pushing down and back, tricep extension. And we're a little pre-exhausted from what we just did, so I'm really feeling this. Arms are tired, and now we can really focus on that flex at the top. Chest, bicep here, V out, tricep there. Chest, biceps here, and V out. So we want to V in, V out. Keep the tummy tucked, keep the shoulders relaxed, and keep the grip relaxed. Squeezing at the top. Tricep extension here, squeezing at the top. Always getting a little more bang for the buck here, getting pectoral. As we come in, it's like a quasi-fly curl here. And then as we V out, we're getting a reverse tricep extension. And we're going to go back to a twist. This time I'm keeping my grip together, knuckles are touching, and I kind of just overlap the thumbs a little bit here. Working that waistline, I'm flexing the right oblique, left oblique, right oblique, left oblique, right side, left side here. And as we come back to these movements, you're going to pick up the feel, that mind-muscle connection a little bit more. And you'll become a believer in these movements, but the more you become a feeler, the more you feel those muscles work, you'll realize this is not just calisthenics, but really high integrity muscle work here. So squeezing right, left, right, left, right, left. And we're going to go back to that rock again. Here, chin in, abs in. It's a little shoulder lap, simple shoulder lap. This also gets the abs here, that transverse abdominal right here. I'm actually feeling this quite a bit in the abs. And deltoids. Back to a twist. Right here. And stop. Now we're going to go to a high pull. Let me do a couple and just watch. I'm just going to pull high with a slight lean back, and then we're going to relax forward here. Upper back squeeze. I start flexing the back immediately and retracting that upper back trapezius. So high pull here. I'm just pulling a little bit higher than I was earlier. Again, the key is to keep the neck very relaxed and keep the grip relaxed. We don't want any tightness or straining in the neck. If you're feeling any tightness or straining in the neck, stop the video, stop the music, and just relax the neck for a couple of minutes, and then pick it up again. But the idea here is to work your upper back, not your neck. So keep the grip very relaxed. I'll say that I wish I had a nickel every time I said that, but that's the key to keeping the neck relaxed. Is do not have a vice grip. This should be relaxing, and it really, bottom line, it should be enjoyable. Exercise is not punishment. Squeezing, releasing. Don't overstretch. Whatever you do, that's how you really tear and pull muscles, is when you overstretch, not really on the contraction. It's on the stretching. That's the most dangerous part right here. Abs in, squeeze. Tempo picks up a little bit here. 2, 1. Very good. Now we're going to go back out. Again, redundancy's our friend. We're going to start with chin in. A little overlap, arms are straight, and then we're going to open wide, breaking the wrists and knuckles back. Here's your finish, looking straight ahead. Upper back. Again, we're doing a little what you call a pre-exhaustion, where we just worked upper back, open up again. We're working it a little bit more from a different angled resistance, different exercise. Pushing back. And you don't need a lot of weight. This builds on itself, so you don't need a real heavy band at all. If you feel yourself straining to get into a flex position, you might want to switch to a lighter band. You can always go heavy. So if you have any doubts about if you're pushing or pulling too hard, where it's uncomfortable, go to a lighter band. That would be my suggestion here. Again, this is a little arm scissors, straight arm back. Here's our finish. This is a power movement. Even though it's not a heavy movement, I call it a power movement because it isolates those muscles in the upper back, the rear shoulders. Great for posture, and it's wonderful to keep low back strong. The stronger and more functional the upper back, the more functional the lower back. You never really have to train low back directly. If you have a strong upper back, you'll have great posture. Abs in, that'll keep your low back healthy and functional. 3, 2, 1. Very good. We're going to go back to that little march again. Even though March is over. No March Madness this year, but all right, again, I'm using the sides of my waist here. That's where my focus is. So where I put my mind, I'm going to work those obliques, and those arms follow. The arms have a mind of their own. And as I go right and left, side to side, the arms will raise where they want to go. I'm not going to force any type of height range on, especially on the deltoid area. Right? So this working torso, the trunk, front deltoid. And as you come back to a movement, if you might notice here, my range of motion is increased from the first time we visited this movement. Now we'll go back to an alternate curl. On this curl, I'm coming a little bit across the medial center here, and that gives me more of a bicep flex at the top. It also gives me a little added bonus of training the outer chest muscle, working a little bit of a quasi-twist curl in this, so we're working obliques, working that waistline, waist away, if you will. And as I come down with the arms, I'm pushing down and back with a rigid wrist, and I'm pushing back and down with my knuckles here, and we're getting a tricep extension. So we're getting bicep and tricep. And we're going to segue back to a twist. We keep the twist up. So we're getting a little rhythm. You're getting, the body's waking up a little bit. See, the tempo has picked up because you're getting warmed up. By the time you finish your warm-up, the routine's just about over, and that's great. The idea, the exercise routine should not be a formula. It's not really a recipe when you work out. It should be open-ended. You go by its instinctive training. Once you know your body, that's easy for me to say. We go back to that rock again. But these movements make sense together. By themselves, they really don't have any idea what they're doing. But with all the other permutation and combinations we do surrounding a movement, then they literally come into play where we get a holistic body session. Back to the twist. And we're gonna do a reach forward here. I'm gonna come back and do a generic row through the middle of the back. Abs in. Again, don't overreach. Be very comfortable. Don't worry about getting a big heavy stretch when you reach forward. The band doesn't have to pull you forward. You control your forward stretch here. And mid-back retraction right here. Soft grip. All the reps should be soft and really delicate. Believe it or not, you're going to train more muscle when you're really going for a muscle engagement, not so much a power movement. We don't care about the speed of the movement. We care about the feel. Form follows feel. As soon as you get the little flex in the back, that's the finish right there. 2, 1, okay. And I'm going to go to a bunch grip. Right here, we've got nylon loops here, and just about all bands have these little nylon loops. So we call that a bunch grip. We're going to just grab that little triangle there that loops through your grip, and we've got a whole different angle of resistance now with this bunch. We're going to do a tricep push down and back. It's like a hammer, like you're holding a hammer. Tricep push down dip. And as we come up, we're going to come together and do a hammer shrug. Tricep push down. This is for the inner long head of the tricep. And front deltoid here and outer bicep. Getting abs here as well. Front deltoid, front shoulder, back of arm. Front shoulder, back of arm. If you notice this little rock, we're getting a lot of low back and abdominal work in, keeping the abs tucked tight. Again, grip is relaxed. That keeps the neck and shoulders relaxed. Now we're going to supinate in for a nice curl and then push back down to that hammer tricep. Twist curl coming in, pushing down for that hammer tricep. As I come in, if you notice those elbows come in, I'm squeezing that chest, getting a real good bicep feel and flex here. Ultimate supination, and then we push down here. So it's a little twist curl and down. Little variations on the theme when we change the grip. Tricep here. Tricep, one more curl. Okay. Now from this I'm going to go and do an alternate row with a bunch grip. This kind of isolates the resistance a little bit more. You'll feel this right in the heart of those lats, right in the middle of those lats there. Excellent movement. Keeps a nice field all back. You don't really feel this much at all in the shoulders with this bunch grip. Now, going for the flex. I'm not worried about overstretching or reaching, recruiting so much. I'm worried about that flex finish, that feel flex as I call it. Again, a little torque in this. We're working waistline. And stop together, overreach, overlap rather, and then we come back palms down with this bunch grip. And again, this will isolate the upper back a little bit more. You're going to feel the resistance a little bit more than you did when we were holding the handles. Less deltoids in play here, just all upper back. Again, it's a little relaxed overlap stretch, and here's your fascia. Again, you don't want to even be straining on your flex. You don't want to be trying too hard. Really should have a comfortable flex finish right here so you can feel the muscle. Don't fight the muscle here. And back to an alternate row here. Squeezing, tightening, right, left side. Very good. We're going to go a little rock right here. Gives that shoulder work, a little bit in neck, a little bit of a reprieve, and stop. We'll do a lateral. We're going to come together, palms together, and swing out for a little abductor work. If you have shoulders here, a little shoulder lateral. Abs in. Anytime you go forward, suck your waist in here. Swing out, in. And again, how high you come what's comfortable. Chin comes up. You don't strain and try to lean back and bring your arms as high as you can. It's not about range of motion. It's about your comfortability. The range of motion will vary from minute to minute, literally, as you warm up, and from workout to workout. Here. Boy, I'm really feeling this in the shoulders. But stay relaxed when you train. That's key. Abs in. So how do we do that again? We keep the grip very relaxed, and that keeps the neck relaxed. It's like when you go swimming. Stay relaxed. You don't want to try to muscle your way through the water. You'll drown. Here. Let's go right, left again. Alternate row. I'm picking up the tempo, but I'm still squeezing that back, right and left side. This isn't just calisthenics. Really, it's a muscle work, muscle engagement here. Okay, and stop. We're going to put the grips together. We're going to release and round forward, chin in, abs in here. And we're going to row in, finish with a single grip row right here. Round neck and shoulders, abs in. And you go forward to what is comfortable. You don't want to go too far where you're feeling any stress in low back, and then you arch those shoulder blades here. Chest high finish. There you go. Round and squeeze